Hello and welcome to Boring Dad Gaming, where today I'm going to be playing Xenonauts 2, the early access that's recently been released. I actually bought this on release day, but I've been waiting for a suitable opportunity to play it on the channel, and I think that opportunity has now arrived. So I started playing this just to see how it worked, and sort of 7 hours later I was finally able to put it down. Suffice to say, it's quite addictive. It's one of those games where you really want to sort of see another turn, play another mission, you know, unlock something else, and you kind of always find an excuse not to turn it off. A bit of a time sink in that regard. For anyone who doesn't know, this is a sequel to Xenonauts, which came out, I think, probably about 8 or 9 years ago now. It was very much sort of trying to recapture the spirit of the original XCOM, which in the UK anyway was known as UFO Enemy Unknown. I think elsewhere it was XCOM Enemy Unknown, which kind of kicked off that sort of turn-based squad versus alien type genre that we've seen a lot of times since. I mean, XCOM 2 is probably one of my favourite games of all time. But this is very much, again, trying to recapture that spirit of the original XCOM, which I also played a lot back in my youth. So very, very reminiscent to that, with maybe, you know, a few sort of modernised quality of life style changes. I've seen some people mention online that it seems to be very similar to Xenonauts 1, so, you know, if you played the first game, you might see that as a good thing or a bad thing. I actually didn't play Xenonauts 1. I was very much into XCOM at the time that came out. But yeah, I jumped in to have a look at this, the early access. So let's see what it's all about. So you can do different difficulty modes. I'm going to go on Soldier, which is kind of like normal mode, I think, pretty much. It is quite a hard game. It's very easy to lose soldiers. The aliens are very strong, particularly at the beginning when you're using very basic equipment and stuff. But everything else, I'm going to untick the introduction, the tutorial, because I've got a pretty good grip on how the game is played now. I'm going to leave everything else kind of as it is by default. Yeah, we'll leave all that as default. So let's go and play the game. Loading times are a bit hit and miss, so what I'll do is I'll probably pause the game largely when it's loading up missions and stuff. I don't think this initial load's going to be too long, but I've noticed sort of it for loading up the tactical missions and stuff, it can go up to about 30 seconds. So I'll probably pause as it's doing those. Hopefully, you know, throughout early access and in the final release, that'll be optimized a little better. But I think this one's almost done. He said. There we go. Ah, Commander. Good of you to finally make an appearance. Apologies for the delay. This place isn't exactly easy to find. Yes, I believe that's rather the point. Commander, glad to see you made it. Welcome to our backup facility. So in the tutorial, you played in kind of an existing operation. The base was attacked by a human faction that's friendly to the aliens. They're called the Cleaners. So they assaulted our base got destroyed, and that's kind of the conceit for us setting up this new base. As I said, that was kind of the very early tutorial stuff, which we're skipping. I had a command room and a cache of emergency supplies installed a while back. No getting around the fact that our new home is a derelict nuclear bunker full of 60-0 junk, though. Hope you're fine with cold showers, cold food, and, well, cold everything. You don't last long in the military if you're not. What's our status regarding the Cleaners? That's who I've just mentioned. Relocating bought us some time, but they're still after us. If we don't find a way to eliminate them soon, they'll find us and start attacking here, too. But they're not even our biggest problem. Indeed. My recent studies suggest, once estimated mass is factored in, extraterrestrial activity appears to follow a mathematically predictable pattern. More precisely, exponential growth. And we're nearing the end of the curve. In plain English? UFOs arriving in our skies will soon begin to increase rapidly in size and/or quantity. I doubt it will be long until the aliens launch a full-blown invasion. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. How long do we have? Weeks. A couple of months at most. I suggest you make the most of it. Okay, so we get to place our initial base. In my little playthrough, I kind of went roughly where Egypt is, I suppose, just because it covers quite a nice amount of landmass. which is, if you know XCOM or Enemy Unknown, you'll know that when you intercept craft, you shoot them down, and if it's over land, you can then go and do a tactical mission and recover various resources and stuff. So really, you want to be shooting stuff down over land. In terms of these 3 concentric circles that you see, you can upgrade your radar dishes 3 times, or upgrade twice to a tier 3. So you'll gradually be making them bigger, but for the time being, we're just going to have like this initial radius as like a detection circle. So I'm just going to plonk it down in Egypt here, and I'm just going to call this Alpha Base. Eventually we'll have satellite bases around the globe, but for now, we're going to go there. Hey Commander, seems like the covert stage of the invasion is coming to an end, so I'm officially handing over control of our organization to you. I'll still be here running day-to-day operations, but right now we need someone with military experience in charge. A quick primer on what you need to know. We're in surprisingly good shape, given recent events. We've got the helicopter away with all our civilian staff, our chief scientist included, although naturally he spent the entire flight complaining that we'd rescued his lab assistants instead of his research notes. Please resist the temptation to cause him bodily harm. The only thing worse than having him in charge of the research division would be not having him in charge of research division. The man is quite literally a genius and absolutely essential to the war effort. Your best chance of getting him to shut up would be to start recovering the research samples and specimens he wants, i.e. find some aliens, kill them, take their stuff. But I'll let you figure out the specifics for that particular topic. The eventual goal is to learn enough about the extraterrestrials to work out how to defeat them, but reverse engineering their technology might help even the odds in the meantime. There'd be poetic justice in using their own weapons against them. I'll take care of the political situation, provided you keep global panic to a reasonable level. My agents can't operate if a region gets too paranoid, which means no funding and alien influence goes unopposed. Lose too many, and I won't be able to stop tensions spilling over into nuclear war. Let's get started, eh? There's coffee in the pot. Okay, so we have a research project, combat vehicles. Now they're pretty cool. So we can do this. Your ceaseless interruptions do not enhance my productivity. He's a bit sniffy, this scientist. So we're going to research combat vehicles, and we'll see what they are in about 5 days' time. Start the research. So we can see at the moment we have 5 scientists. I can't quite remember where we see those. Here on the higher tab. So if we want to get more of them, we'll have to build another lab, as each lab can only support so many scientists. In fact, when we build a second one, it'll go up to... I think each one is 5, but if we go over to the main base map, you'll see this little plus sign between some stuff, like these are the living quarters. So I think they have like an affinity. I think how it works, if they are sort of paired with another room that they have affinity with, it'll give a little bonus. So when in my little playthrough, when I built a second lab attached to our first one, instead of having room for 10 scientists, I had room for 12. So there was like a bonus to scientists. And I think we're probably seeing that with the soldiers here. We've got 12 soldiers. And we can see the living quarters there are kind of paired up. In terms of what we want to build, I think we're currently sorted for hangar space. We're not too bad on power. Storage, we don't have a lot. I'd like to maybe get a training center going, because that'll help our troops just get better quicker. So if you have training centers adjacent, they'll give each other a bonus. Where should we put that? I'm thinking maybe they'll go like maybe down here. We'll just put one in for now. That will be enough for our current amount of soldiers. A medical center, yeah, I think that'll be worth it because we're going to be taking a lot of injuries. There's no adjacency bonus. What's this? Storeroom. Yeah, the storeroom doesn't have adjacency bonus either, so I'll probably pop that in there. Missile battery. I played probably for about 2.5 months of in-game time, and I didn't get invaded in that time, so I won't worry about a missile battery just yet. Living capacity, we could get a couple more. I would quite like to get more researchers, particularly engineers as well, because we're going to be building a lot of stuff. If I was to build another workshop, 250. It might be due to power. So maybe we will build another generator. Let's do that there. Let's put a workshop in for now. I'm just wondering about whether I put in another lab. 250? Yeah, I think we can. Yeah, let's pop it there. So we're going to be making our money each month. So we're going to make this 1.2 million last a little while. But that's okay. If we go into engineering now, we can see that we can make defender armor, which is a little better than what we're currently using. It does mean that troops are less accurate. What do we need? Is that 4? Is that saying what we already have? Yeah, so we've got 4 of those. We'll hopefully get better armor quite soon, but time being, let's make a couple more of those. 4, in fact. That'll do. Now we'll take a look at our soldiers. So these are our starting soldiers. I'll talk through the various type stats. So we've got HP, that's health, obviously. TU is time unit, so like the original XCOM Enemy Unknown, every action your soldiers take will cost them a time unit, and different amounts of time units depending on whether they're moving, kneeling down, shooting, whatever. So more is better. Shooting is actually based on a percentage of their available time units, but things like moving seems to be a flat amount, so still, more the better. We've got someone like Corporal Zhenya Poroshenko here. Unfortunately isn't very strong. That's okay, she'll just be able to carry less stuff. We've got accuracy. So obviously shooting. Got things like strength, so they can carry more. So if you've got like your grenadiers or your heavies who have got machine guns, it's probably quite good to have those with a bit more strength. Reflex. I don't really understand reflex that well, but I think it's how likely they are to set off alien overwatch, because that doesn't always trigger. But someone like poor Conrad down here, every time the aliens catch a sniff at him, they'll probably be shooting at him. And bravery is, as it sounds, if there's kind of morale drops to a low amount during a mission, they'll start panicking or going berserk or something. So ideally you want a reasonable level of bravery. This dude here, Conrad Thomas, unfortunately is one of my guys with the highest available time units. Let's see who we can recruit. I could bring in a couple more. So I organise this by time units, or maybe even accuracy. Someone like Karen Hill here. She's a fairly good all-rounder. It might be worth recruiting her. Maybe Aryu Sami. Not amazing, but they will improve as they go out and do missions. But I think they're quite. I can see potential in there. They're quite good all-rounders. Let's bring in Karen Hill and Aryu Sami. Let's recruit those. They're going to take them a couple of days to get to us. And in stores, we can see we don't really have anything at the moment. We've got our armory, which is where we keep all our weapons and so on. And one thing we can do with our soldiers is they don't really have a class as such, but you can assign them a loadout, which kind of fits their skills. So something like a sniper, you want high accuracy. So actually, someone like Karen here, who's in transit, yeah, that's the one we just hired. So I'm actually I can't do anything with her because she's in transit. But then we've got Michael Price, who's our sniper. His accuracy isn't amazing, but it's the second highest that we have available. Assaulters like shotguns and stuff. I guess I'll keep it like that. Probably. So someone like, let's look at our strength. So someone like Ruben, we probably want to be. Let's make him our grenadier. I like grenadiers. Maybe Alice. Currently assault. I mean, that's not too bad. Shield. I'm not a big fan of the shield. Not very accurate. Maybe that's why. I'll make her another grenadier. Accuracy isn't that important for grenadiers. Chloe's a heavy. I don't want that many heavies. Everyone seems to be a rifleman at the moment. I'll make him an assault. I'd like a couple of snipers. I think when Karen gets here, we'll make her a sniper. Yeah. So at the moment, these are guys who are loaded onto the. You can have 9 people on the. I think it's a helicopter that goes out and does the tactical missions. We've got 9 at the moment. Just wondering if someone like Conrad Thomas, if we just take him out, I don't think he's particularly good. Maybe we'll take someone like Grigory, who's a bit more of an all-rounder. Yeah, so we can kind of see who's on the craft now. That's okay for the time being. Let's just go and advance time a little bit. So we'll probably get a mission before too long. Here we go, tactical mission. An alien research team has been sighted gathering data in the local region. This presents our organization an opportunity to eliminate them and recover their equipment for study. Mission type: elimination, biome, arid. We've got 3 days to do this. If we succeed, we'll lower panic in the Africa region. If we lose, we will raise panic. Let's go do this. So we can just launch. Here we go. So this is kind of just confirmation of the loadouts that we're taking. We do have some defender armor. So it's gonna be heavy. So we're gonna, maybe the grenadier can lose his pistol and ammo. That's gonna be, I mean, that's 8 grenades. That's gonna be plenty for him, honestly. So that's okay. The assault, give him the defender armor. He's actually okay just about with what he's carrying, so that's fine. Okay, Alice has already got defender armor. Oh, don't remember putting it on. Lucy Price, defender armor, so she's a bit heavy still, so I guess we'll lose. I don't know if we'll need the ammo. Or smoke grenade. So you constantly got to manage this sort of strength stuff as well. Which is quite interesting. Oh, he's going to have to lose quite a lot. Alright. Yeah, he can lose his pistol and ammo. He's got quite a lot of rounds, so the pistol is quite a nice backup. We probably won't need all these extra rounds, though. The 50 is going to be plenty. And our sniper. Everyone definitely wearing defender armor. I wonder why I thought we didn't have that much. Well, we'll put him in defender armor as well. It's going to be very heavy. Use the explosives. There we go. It does affect accuracy, but they do have this tactical module, which actually gives them +4 extra accuracy, so it kind of does mostly offset the armor they're wearing. That's good. Let's launch. Start the battle. I'll probably, as I said, I'll probably pause these because they can take a little while to load up. Okay, here we are. We've already seen the mission briefing, and the victory and loss conditions are pretty obvious. It's just about killing aliens. You're almost on top of the energy signals, Commander. It is highly likely there are extraterrestrial life forms nearby. Let's hope they weren't expecting a fight. Eliminate all resistance and secure the area. Here we go. Can't see anything immediately. That's what we got. We've got our assault. Maybe they could come over here. Quick explanation of the cover system. So there are sort of 3 tiers of color coding for the cover. White means pretty rubbish protection, if any. Yellow is okay protection, and then if you see a green, like against here, that's really good protection. And it's directional as well, so the little parts of the dotted line there you can see are the directions which you're covered in. So this is pretty average. You can see that at the bottom, Alice has 55 time units at full. This is showing me that if I move her here, she'll then have 35 remaining. Here we can see the different types of shot that she can take and how many time units are required for each one. And if you end your go with enough time units remaining, that'll actually automatically be Overwatch, which is pretty nice. Yeah, so let's double click to confirm that. I'm going to quickly... Oh, hello. Yeah, we do have an alien. Okay. So I can take a shot from here. It's telling me I've got a 56% chance with each of 3 bullets, which tells me that I've got a decent chance of landing 1. As far as I know, kneeling all that crouching does makes you harder to hit. It doesn't improve. It doesn't improve accuracy. So I could do this, or I could reposition and try and get a better one. So if I was to try and come here, that would leave me... No, that's not quite... If I was to stay here, that would leave me a more accurate shot. And what I do is if I hold down shift, it'll tell me my chance from this angle. So you can see that it actually drastically improves my ability to hit, and it'll also leave me in some fairly decent cover. So let's do this. If I now hold down the preview and then left click, it'll automatically take that shot. There we go. Landed all three. Very nice. We'll just stay facing that way for now. Good. Okay, well let's... we've got our grenadier here, so let's just bring them out of the ship. Then just have a quick look around here. You sort of right-click directionally to sort of have a look round, very much similar to the original XCOM Enemy Unknown. I'm actually going to bring them here, just to get a bit more sight. Maybe have a look down here. Can't see anything. I also don't have enough left for a shot, so I'm just going to kneel down and hopefully have decent cover there. We've got our other assault. One thing you can do as well at the base is you can sort of preview your landing group and choose who is standing where, which is quite useful. I quite like to have the snipers standing at these sort of side entrances so they can kind of get out easily and take aim shots if they need to. And then maybe have the more heavily armoured guys at the front. But I kind of forgot to do that this time. If I was to go somewhere like here, I wouldn't leave myself enough for an Overwatch shot, but that's not very good protection. I tend to save scum. I'm a bit bad for save scumming in games like this, so I'm going to try and not do that. But it does mean that we may lose people. We've got a friendly over there. He's actually armed. Some of the civilians walking around will actually help you in a fight if they've got guns. So we've got this dude here. I'll have to see what they do. If I crouch, I'll lose my Overwatch. I'm just going to end his turn. Rifleman here. I kind of want to... Let's tell you what. Let's take my sniper. I might just take my grenadier down here. I just want to get more visibility in this corner. There we go. And we triggered an Overwatch, but he missed. I don't have enough time units now to shoot him, so I'm actually going to pull back to here, leave him be. What I could do now is bring my sniper up. No, he line of sight might be a bit tricky. As will... I mean, I could leave myself enough with the pistol, potentially. Only a 36%. So I think instead what I'll do is... I'll bring him here, and I'll change the pistol, so he's got enough for a pistol Overwatch shot now. And I'll crouch down too. We'll just have to hope that Alien can't do too much damage, I think, on his turn. I don't think we're going to be able to do much about him. He might come this way, so we can try and cover off this side as well. And I can just do that. And that's given me 13 is what I need for a little snapshot Overwatch. If you press space to go after a soldier's turn, it'll automatically end the turn when you run out of people to move. Quite nice. I might run him here because he'll have enough for a good Overwatch shot. I can still kneel him down as well. We've got another rifleman. I'm slightly concerned about that alien. Probably going to be stuff going on over here as well. So I might bring them over here. And even if we crouch down, we've still got a decent Overwatch shot left. Our heavy gunner. I might bring up to here. They haven't got enough for Overwatch, so we're just crouching down. I feel like I could switch to pistol, and they will do. And we're going to end our turn. We know we've got one alien who's near our guys. Let's see what he does. He might run away. They don't charge blindly towards you, so there's one. There's another one. Is he going to take a shot? He does. He misses. That's quite lucky. Oh, the friendly's running out now. He might go in and engage the alien. I thought he was going to then. I don't know what he's doing. Okay, our turn now. So we've got this guy here. Who's this? That's the heavy gunner. So with the grenade launcher, we've got a 25% chance of hitting, which isn't great. What you can do, though, is hold down control and he'll just kind of shoot at the ground or anything, which isn't great chances. It's because of these barrels here. I just come here. It does improve our chances, and I can maybe try and just hit this wall or something. It'll still catch the alien. There we go. Kind of removed any cover and stuff he might have had as well. Let's just crouch down. Who's this? That's our heavy gunner. Still got their pistol selected. If I come over here with the pistol, that's not a great shot. Well, with the heavy gun. 21% times... no. It's going to be 33% times 3. I mean, that adds up to 1. I'll do it with pistol, though. We will be able to take 2 shots, so let's try this. That's it. I pretty much thought that 1 hit should be enough. And we'll just stay there with some Overwatch. That's the Grenadier, Sniper, Rifleman. Maybe we'll go with the Rifleman first. Let's come around the corner. I think this alien ran away. Come here. I imagine he's probably in here. We've not got enough for Overwatch. I'm going to... oh dear. Not great. Well, the grenade launcher. I could come here and maybe get a shot off if he's over there. Oh, where is he? It wasn't... I'm pretty sure it wasn't this one. There he is. Well, my chances are 13%. Okay, we're going to pull back. 27. We got a chance of landing one there and hitting him. Ah, actually it worked. Can't move there. Okay. Running out of options to get rid of this thing now. I think we're probably out. We're wearing decent armor. Well, maybe we'll be able to take a shot. We've got this shotgun. We know there's at least one in here. What have we got? It's only got 11 time units, so that's not enough. I'm going to come out. Could throw some plastic explosive there. Demolition charge. I need 28 time units to use that. So if we were to come here, lob that in. Should hit him. And we don't have enough for a shot. Let's come pull back here. But we've got Grigory. Yeah, if he was to come here and take a shot, he'd have 91% chance. I think that's probably good enough. Yeah. There's a decent chance there aren't any others in here. It's hard to know for sure. I really wish he had like a free perspective type thing. Only got 10. I think maybe if he's just got 10, we'll just come up against this wall. As cruel as it sounds, there are civilians around, so at least they've got another alternate target. Let's come up to here. Okay, I'm going to bring him into slightly better cover, I think. Crouch down. R10. Shooting. I don't think they were shooting at me. Oh. There might not be many left. That seemed like quite a short turn. He's running in there, which tells me there might be another one in there. If he's that keen to get in. So let's go out with our heavy. You can, with doors and stuff, you can right-click them. It's a free action to open. Nothing there. After that, so let's just wait there. Oh yeah, we got that. Did we? Oh no, we didn't. I think if he misses that, there's a good chance he blows that guy up. Oh well. Try again. That's better. Your work here is done. Maybe we'll try and get a rifleman up a bit. That'll do. We'll try and group some people together and then push on into this room. Push up to here. Another grenadier. Oh, come here maybe. You've got to be careful when you're sort of redirecting them. You don't actually open the door as well. That's fine. We're going over here. So I think this room's fine. I wouldn't mind coming up here though and just having a little peer around this corner. Looks alright. Maybe. I imagine there's something going to be in this corner. Stay there for now. Be coming up here and having a look down these little alleys. There's a civilian there. You'd feel like if there was one here, he'd have been shot already. I'm gonna go behind this crate. Crouch. Let's pull a shotgun up. Again, we'll try and bunch up some people and then kind of move into this corner as a group. That's it. Do for now. Hang on, who was this? Yeah, that's fine. We'll crouch down too, but we'll get an Overwatch shot. That's fine. Oh, someone right there. He shot that dude, and he lived. He shot him. Wow. Okay. Okay, there's at least one more than this, judging by how long that turn went on. Oh, right, he's killed him. He's bleeding, though, judging by that. Oh, got a grenadier. This looks okay. I come here and look out this window. Come here. So we'll push into that last quadrant. It's a team. We'll go through this door. Running through the fire. Reach and clear next go. Spot to check things out. I guess we could look over there. So this area is clear. Let's just pop here for now. And we can crouch. So do that. This isn't bad cover. I'm convinced there's one in this house, or at least in this corner somewhere. Not in that room. We'll just have a look around. I think we would have seen one by now, but let's just make sure. This way. Sniper hasn't had a lot to do. Run him over here. We're possibly down to our last alien, if I had to guess. Been quite a successful mission so far. It's only the first one. They do get a lot harder. Here he is. He's in that square, isn't he? Oh, got another civilian. You don't seem to be marked down on anything if the civilians die. I've noticed, which is quite nice. And there are certain missions where you have to save a certain number, like terror missions and stuff, abduction missions. Okay, so you can see on this that if you look in the bottom right, you can kind of see the hit chance modifiers. So we can see we're actually losing 40% accuracy because of this fence that's in the way. So that's a bit annoying. If we were to come up to the fence and then, press the wrong button, and then take our shot, that'd be a decent amount. What worries me is that he might have an overwatch shot. So where's my sniper? I have to move these guys first. What I'm going to do, I'm going to move her here. I'm going to see if she can get some explosive over here and maybe get rid of this cover, maybe even hit the alien. But certainly try and get rid of this cover to give us a better shot. Did quite well. So now, he's actually got 73% chance to hit. So that sounds pretty good. We've actually got off a couple of shots. It's going to be less accurate, but still pretty good. And that looks like it was it. Cool. So what was that, about half a dozen aliens? Something like that, I think? The load shouldn't be as long here, hopefully. Yeah, pretty successful mission. I don't think we even took any damage, which was quite nice. Very rare I come back from a mission and everyone's ready to go out again. Normally it's half the squad sitting in medbay for a month. So here we go, post-mission. So we killed 6 aliens, didn't lose anyone, and a couple of the locals survived. We got 5 Secton corpses. I think we probably blew one up. Alien scanner, I don't really know what that is. It doesn't seem to be anything we can use, so maybe it's just something to sell. Alloys is good though, we'll be using a lot of those. And again, I think the alien magnetic weapons, I think we use it for research, and then we can sell them. The little up yellow arrow, the chevron thing, that's promotion for that unit. Pretty much all the units who go out, they get little level ups as well. So you can see the time units +1, strength +1, etc. I think it depends on what kind of skills they evidence during the mission, like accuracy for the snipers if they've taken long shots, strength if they're carrying a lot, that sort of thing. I don't exactly know how that works, but I think that's right. So let's return to base. Here we go. Resource: alien alloys. My preliminary analysis of the recovered alien equipment suggests widespread use of a previously unknown metallic substance. This super heavy element is clearly artificial in origin, being far too massive to occur naturally. It is fundamentally unstable in its natural form and thus only ever encountered as an alloy. The properties of these alloys vary dramatically based upon the constituent metals, but appear to range from truly remarkable levels of strength to more exotic behavior, such as superconductivity. This likely occurs because the nucleus of each atom is so large that the orbiting electrons are approaching light speed. Hence, the element is governed not by the established rules of classical physics, but by the bizarre possibilities of quantum mechanics. One suspects we will find many uses for these alien alloys as my research continues. However, given we lack the technology to synthesize them ourselves, we will need to scavenge whatever possible from our foes. Oh, autopsy, Secton. So we get a little insight into what the aliens are like that we fight. In the old XCOM Enemy Unknown, you would have to do these as like a research project, which will take a few days to do, but in Xenonauts, certainly Xenonauts 2, it just happens automatically, which is kind of cool. So health 45, we know they got 80 time units, which is pretty high. Reasonably accurate, fairly strong, very good reflexes though, so they're not going to trigger our Overwatch that often, I would guess. But not very brave, they're quite easy to panic and stuff. Sightings of diminutive extraterrestrials with pallid grey skin and oversized black eyes are a common thread among eyewitness reports of alien activity. It appears we may have encountered the culprits. The Secton stands less than 5 feet tall and possesses substantially less muscle mass than the average human adult. Their physiology is nonetheless fascinatingly similar to our own, with mammalian circulatory system and largely recognizable internal organs. The head contains the most significant differences. The brain is relatively large and has a distinctly unfamiliar structure, while the eyes are at least 3 times the size of the human equivalent. Unsurprisingly, this grants Sectons excellent vision. The mouth is present, but is underdeveloped and hidden below several folds of skin. The teeth suggest an omnivorous diet, yet no food is present in the stomach. Instead, a number of metal ports are dotted along the spine. However they evolved, it appears these creatures now receive their nutrition directly into their bloodstream. Battlefield reports suggest Sectons can cover ground quickly but are generally weak combatants, with average accuracy and reflexes and otherwise poor physical attributes. Yet they also become markedly more formidable when encountered in groups, somehow placing their shots with unerring accuracy whenever a fellow Secton is nearby. Though these creatures should not be underestimated, one nonetheless suspects we will encounter rather more deadly extraterrestrials in due course. I can't remember exactly when we're told about it, but it's kind of hinted at here, but when Sectons are within 8 tiles of each other, they actually get plus 50 accuracy, and you can tell this is happening when they get glowy eyes. So very dangerous if they're all in a group. So we can research the new projects: alien magnetic weapons, Warden combat armor, and xenobiology, which is the main plot project. But we're going to keep combat vehicles going for the next few days, I think. But I'll probably do the Warden armor first, because I found anyway that we very quickly made these alien magnetic weapons obsolete. Pretty much by the time I was halfway through building enough for an entire squad, we already went to the next tier, which is laser weapons. So I'm not going to research that. I'm going to instead put my time into other projects. But we'll wait for this vehicles one to finish, because the vehicles you can get are awesome. Right, we finished the defender armor. I don't think there's anything I currently want to build, so we'll just leave that be for the time being. Okay, we've got our new staff in. Let's take a look at these guys. So we've got Karen. These are our new 2. With Karen, I think I was going to make her a sniper because she's actually our most accurate fighter. And Cowrie, what are we lacking? Probably another heavy. She's not that strong. I mean, she could just be a rifleman, which I kind of see as like the Swiss Army knife of the group, really. They're quite nice all-rounders. Whereas assault, they're going to be on the front line. And mind you, I've got Kenta as an assault, and her HP is terrible. I already have 2 assaults, that's probably enough. 2 grenadiers. Yeah, we'll leave her as a rifle for now. Okay. Probably going to finish the vehicles research quite soon. Here we go. So we've now got a Mars combat platform. I'm not going to read all of this, but basically it's a mobile tank that can shoot rockets or cannon blasts or any other stuff. It's quite modular. You can choose what you stick on it, and it's really, really cool. And sentry guns, which you build to have in the base in case you get invaded. I did build a couple in my playthrough before, but as I said, I never got invaded in that 70-odd game days I was playing. But we are going to, first of all, get going on the Warden armor, which is a pretty good armor upgrade. In engineering, we're going to build our Mars combat platform. It's going to cost us 250 grand, so it's quite a lot, but it's going to be coming out on missions with us as soon as it's ready. Which is 5 days. I don't know if we'll be able to build it in time before we go out again, is the only thing. We never know. We might do. Probably not that far off, actually. There we go. That's already ready. I'm going to build a couple of sentry guns. I mean, we've got some free time. It doesn't cost that much money. We can go to stores and get in a bit of cash. I might... Alien scanners, which I'm not entirely sure what they do. I don't think we need the alien magnetic weapons. I think as long as we keep 1 Secton corpse, we're probably okay. So we're making the money that we spent on the Mars platform. In fact, if I go into the soldiers list, it does appear on there. Here, Mars 1. I'm going to deselect maybe low bravery, low accuracy. Yeah, I think we're going to deselect Lucy Price. And let's stick our Mars platform in. Now if we go to the hangar and go to the Skyhawk, this is where we can kind of choose who goes where. So like I said, I'm going to position a couple of snipers. I've actually only got one sniper at the moment. Assault, Grenadier. Maybe we'll have both our assaults at the beginning because they've got the shotguns. Rifleman, Grenadier. The Grenadiers at the back. I think I'll always have a heavy here. There we go. So that's kind of our initial setup then in the Skyhawk. How's the research coming on? Another couple of days on that. I imagine we're going to go out on another mission before that armor gets finished. I think we'll let the video go until we get the next mission. So what we got going on the base? We've got more power now. I can't remember what I was going to build. Another lab there, another workshop there. Got training there. What did I want? Living quarters, maybe. We're going to want to hire new scientists and stuff. Let's we'll put one in for now. Tactical mission, here we go. The cleaners are using this office as a secret intelligence hub. Raiding the site may allow us to capture more data about their organization. So this is another story mission, I think, because it seems to be everyone who plays, it's the second mission they receive. And this is going to see us go into a cleaner base, and we're going to have to try and capture information. I did it on my first go, playing on the normal difficulty level. I've seen on the Steam forum people saying it's really, really hard for them because at turn 6, sort of endless reinforcements come in. So you kind of got 6 turns to go in, get rid of the defenders, get these 10 data sticks or whatever they are, and then hightail it back to the craft. And I was able to do that okay. But a lot of people are complaining it's too difficult. So I think a lot might depend on like the random map generation. But anyway, I'm just going to close that for now, and I'm going to say we'll leave it there for this episode. But when we come back, we're going to head off there, which seems to be in China somewhere, I think, around there, and do that mission. And so thanks very much for watching this first episode of Xenonauts 2, the early access, currently available on Steam. I'm actually just going to hit the pause button there. I hope you've enjoyed it. I really enjoy this game. Like I said, it's very Moorish. The missions don't take so long that they're a slog. They seem to be reasonably quick, so you always feel like you want to do one more. And there's always something to research that you feel will really up your power level, like better armor, better weapons, better aircraft. And yeah, I just really like it. I mean, it conjures the same spirit that XCOM Enemy Unknown did, and I played that game so much. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, if you could hit the thumbs up button on the video, that would be amazing. As would leaving me a comment, let me know what you think of this. Do you remember the original Enemy Unknown? Did you play it? Did you like the more recent Firaxis XCOM games? I thought they were both really, really good. Are you planning on playing Xenonauts 2? Did you play the original Xenonauts 1? Let me know your thoughts. Very keen to hear what you think. And lastly, if you're watching this and haven't already subscribed to the channel, it'd be amazing if you could do so. So thanks very much, and I hope to see you next time for more Xenonauts 2 Early Access. Bye for now.